Welcome to The Revealer. On September 15, 2025, the tranquil waters and sleepy docks of Subic Bay were transformed overnight into the stage for an extraordinary display of military might. What had been a quiet port town just hours before was now the focus of global attention, as the first rays of dawn revealed a scene few could have imagined. In the early morning haze, a fleet of U.S. military transport planes, massive C-17 Globemasters, descended in a silent, almost ghostly procession. Their arrival was methodical and relentless, each aircraft taxiing to a halt before unloading a formidable fleet of helicopters, their rotors gleaming in the new light. The air vibrated with anticipation as the cargo bays opened, revealing the unmistakable silhouettes of Blackhawks, Apaches, and Chinooks. This wasn't a drill or a joint exercise. There were no ceremonial welcomes, no flags exchanged, and no press conferences. The mood was tense, purposeful, and unmistakably serious. The sudden arrival caught everyone off guard. Local workers who had come expecting a routine day found themselves witnessing history. Even seasoned global analysts, glued to live feeds, scrambled to interpret the implications of this unannounced operation. Dozens of iconic U.S. helicopters now lined the tarmac, their imposing forms transforming Subic Bay from a bustling commercial port into a formidable military staging ground. The sight was both awe-inspiring and unsettling, a clear sign that something significant was unfolding. The scale of the operation was staggering. Helicopters stretched as far as the eye could see, flanked by crates of equipment and rows of military vehicles. It was a logistical feat that spoke of months of planning and a clear signal of major mobilization. Yet, instead of prepping the helicopters for immediate deployment, U.S. personnel began an unexpected task. Teams moved with precision, dismantling the helicopters, detaching rotors, and carefully covering sensitive parts. The air buzzed with activity, but not the kind anyone had anticipated. The sight was confounding. Why bring state-of-the-art aircraft halfway across the world only to take them apart on arrival? Even some U.S. personnel exchanged puzzled glances, as if the true purpose of their mission was known only to a select few. Locals gathered at the perimeter, their faces a mix of awe and confusion. Smartphones were raised to capture the moment, as rumors and speculation spread through the crowd. For many, it was a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle, one that raised more questions than answers. Theories swirled in newsrooms and online forums alike. Was this a sudden retreat, a response to a technical issue, or a calculated move in a much larger strategic game? Analysts debated the possibilities, dissecting every frame of footage for hidden clues. Around the world, millions watched as the story unfolded in real time. News anchors speculated, governments issued cautious statements, and ordinary people wondered what this silent, calculated show of power truly meant for the region and for the world. As dusk settled over Subic Bay, the airfield remained a hive of activity, its new role as the epicenter of a mysterious military drama now undeniable. The world waited, breath held, for the next move in this unfolding spectacle of power. The local community buzzed with speculation and unease. Every corner of Subic Bay seemed alive with anxious conversation, as neighbors gathered in small groups, exchanging rumors and theories about the sudden military activity. The air was thick with uncertainty, and even the most mundane routines felt charged with tension. "They're packing them up, not preparing to fly," said Rico, a longtime port worker whose decades on the docks had taught him to notice the smallest changes. He watched the Americans with a wary eye, noting how their movements were deliberate, almost secretive. It's like they're saving them for something big. The sight of helicopter blades and fuselages being carefully wrapped and loaded onto pallets only deepened the mystery. To Rico and others, it felt less like a routine redeployment and more like the prelude to a major event. A cafe owner nearby echoed the tension. "It's too quiet, just tools and cranes. Feels like the calm before a storm." The usual hum of aircraft engines was replaced by the clatter of wrenches and the low rumble of cranes. Some feared war, their imaginations running wild with worst-case scenarios, while others felt reassured by the American presence, believing it meant protection in uncertain times. The community was split. Some saw the U.S. as a shield, others as a magnet for trouble. Official explanations were scarce, fueling rumors and anxiety. Government offices remained tight-lipped, offering only vague statements or none at all. The lack of transparency left a vacuum that was quickly filled by speculation. The methodical work of U.S. teams created an information vacuum, as every bolt turned and every crate sealed seemed to deepen the mystery. Locals watched from a distance, trying to decipher the purpose behind each careful movement. In the markets and on the streets, whispers grew louder. International curiosity soon followed as word spread beyond the bay. The world's eyes turned to Subic, eager for answers. In Manila and foreign embassies, questions mounted, diplomats exchanged urgent messages, and intelligence analysts pored over satellite images, searching for clues. What's the status of these assets? Are they being withdrawn or simply hidden away for future use? The uncertainty was palpable, and every new development only raised more questions. Is this a new defense pact? Why the secrecy? Filipino senators demanded answers, journalists pressed for statements, their questions echoing the concerns of millions. The government's silence only fueled suspicions of backroom deals and secret agreements. The silence from officials only heightened the sense of significance. Each unanswered question became a headline, and each refusal to comment was seen as confirmation that something major was underway. The ambiguity seemed intentional, a message meant for foreign capitals, not the public. Analysts speculated that the US was sending a signal, but to whom, and for what purpose, remained unclear. By keeping the purpose shrouded, the US forced rivals and allies alike to guess its intentions. Was this a show of strength, a strategic withdrawal, or something else entirely? The guessing game played out in war rooms and newsrooms around the globe. The dismantled helicopters suggested permanence and readiness, not a passing show. Their careful storage hinted at long-term plans, perhaps a new phase in regional strategy. Subic's whispers had become a roar of international inquiry. Reporters from around the world descended on the port, eager to uncover the truth behind the secrecy. The world was left to wonder, what comes next? As the days passed and the silence persisted, the unanswered questions only grew, leaving everyone from local fishermen to foreign leaders waiting for the next move in this unfolding drama. The helicopters offloaded at Subic Bay were no random selection. Each aircraft was chosen with a specific mission in mind, reflecting careful planning and strategic foresight by the US military. These helicopters represent the backbone of America's rapid response capability in the region, and their arrival signals a significant boost in operational flexibility for any scenario that may arise. First, the CH-47 Chinook. This heavy-lift workhorse is capable of moving large numbers of troops, heavy equipment, and vital supplies across islands and over rugged, unforgiving terrain. Its twin rotors and powerful engines allow it to operate in challenging environments, making it indispensable for both military operations and humanitarian missions. Whether it's delivering aid after a typhoon or deploying soldiers to remote outposts, the Chinook is up to the task. Next, the AH-64 Apache, an attack helicopter bristling with advanced weaponry and cutting-edge technology. Designed to dominate the battlefield, the Apache provides close air support, reconnaissance, and precision strike capabilities. Its presence alone can deter adversaries, while its agility and firepower ensure it can respond swiftly to emerging threats, protecting both ground forces and civilians. Finally, the UH-60 Black Hawk, renowned for its versatility, reliability, and adaptability. The Black Hawk is essential for troop transport, medical evacuation, command and control, and a wide range of support missions. Its ability to operate in diverse conditions makes it a true multi-role asset, ready to adapt to the unpredictable demands of crisis response. Together, these helicopters form a complete aerial package, combining lift, attack, and utility functions. This synergy allows the US military to project power, provide aid, and respond to emergencies with unmatched speed and efficiency. This trio isn't just for show, it's a ready-made solution for a wide range of crises, from disaster relief and humanitarian assistance to high-intensity combat operations. Their flexibility means they can shift roles as the situation demands, saving lives and supporting allies. Their presence signals not only combat readiness, but also the ability to respond rapidly to any contingency. Whether it's a natural disaster or a security threat, these helicopters can be airborne and on mission within minutes. The choice is deliberate. These helicopters are specifically tailored for the Philippines' unique geography, with its vast archipelago, dense jungles, and scattered islands. Their range and versatility make them ideal for navigating and operating in this complex environment. By prepositioning them at Subic, the US ensures it can act fast, whatever the challenge. This forward presence means that American forces are always just a flight away from wherever they're needed most, ready to support allies or respond to emergencies. This is forward deployment, not just a display. It's a clear message of commitment, capability, and readiness to protect interests and support partners in the Indo-Pacific region. The dismantling of helicopters is not abandonment, it's prepositioning. By removing rotors and sensitive parts, the aircraft can be stored efficiently and protected from the tropical climate. This reduces maintenance needs and keeps the helicopters in near-ready condition. When needed, rapid assembly teams can reconstitute the fleet in days, not weeks. It's a just-in-time model, a powerful force, hidden in plain sight, ready to spring into action. This approach avoids the footprint of a permanent base while maintaining strategic flexibility. Subic Bay becomes a coiled spring, latent power, ready to be unleashed. The quiet work of technicians is preparation for decisive action. The message: the U.S. can project force quickly without warning. Subic is now a critical hub for rapid military response. Prepositioning is a Cold War doctrine, reborn for the Indo-Pacific. Then it was tanks in Germany, now it's helicopters in the Philippines. The logic is unchanged. Speed is life. By storing assets close to potential flashpoints, the U.S. slashes response times. Today's focus is on high-tech mobile systems, helicopters, drones, missiles, kept in climate-controlled facilities. The goal, a network of sites across the region, ready to support allies and deter aggression. Subic Bay is now a vital node in this modern web of deterrence. Subic Bay, once the crown jewel of U.S. power in Asia, is back in the spotlight. Its location, on Luzon's west coast, facing the South China Sea, makes it a gateway to contested waters. From here, U.S. forces can rapidly reach flashpoints like Scarborough Shoal and the Spratlys. The return of U.S. military assets, even in storage, shifts the regional balance. It counters China's expansion and reassures allies. The Philippine government's cooperation signals a deepening alliance with Washington. Subic is no longer just a port, it's a strategic bastion once more. Its name echoes in the halls of power from Washington to Beijing. In the Philippines' island geography, helicopters are indispensable. Jets need runways, helicopters need only a clearing or a ship's deck. They enable rapid troop movement, supply runs, and extractions across scattered islands. In combat, Apaches provide instant fire support. Chinooks and Blackhawks deliver troops and aid. In disasters, helicopters bring relief to isolated communities. Prepositioning them at Subic strengthens both military and humanitarian response. This is a solution tailored to the archipelago's challenges. Helicopters give the U.S. and the Philippines unmatched flexibility on land and sea. The helicopters at Subic send a message to multiple audiences. To allies, it's reassurance. The U.S. is committed, not just in words, but in hardware. It enables joint training, builds trust, and strengthens the alliance. To China, it's deterrence. The U.S. can activate a powerful force on short notice. This complicates Beijing's calculations and raises the cost of aggression. The move restores balance, insisting on respect for international law. Subic's silent helicopters are a constant reminder. The region is not a vacuum. They underwrite diplomacy with credible military power. The message is clear: competition is fine, coercion is not. Subic Bay is once again a fortress in a new era of great power rivalry. The U.S. strategy is subtle, prepositioning, not permanent basing, achieving deterrence with a lighter footprint. The Chinook, Apache, and Blackhawk trio forms a versatile force, ready for any crisis. This move alters the balance in the South China Sea, forcing China to reconsider its actions. Allies are emboldened, knowing U.S. support is close at hand. Subic is now a symbol of enduring American commitment. As tensions rise, the question remains: is this shield enough to keep the peace? Or is it preparation for a conflict yet to come? The future of regional security may hinge on what happens next at Subic Bay.